In this problem, we are asked to verify the identity 1 over 1 minus cosine x plus 1 over 1 plus cosine x is equal to 2 cosecant squared x. In order to solve this problem, we will recognize that we have to add our two fractions, so therefore we need a common denominator of 1 minus cosine x all over 1 plus cosine x. In order to get this common denominator, we would have to multiply the numerator and denominator by the first fraction by 1 plus cosine of x. In this second fraction, we would have to multiply it by 1 minus cosine of x. Therefore, we would be left with 1 plus cosine of x plus 1 minus cosine of x in our numerator. We will notice that a cosine of x cancels to make 0, so we have 2 over the product of 1 minus cosine x times 1 plus cosine of x. If we FOIL out the denominator, we would get 1 plus cosine of x minus cosine of x, which cancel to make 0. And then finally, minus cosine of x times cosine of x, or 1 minus cosine of squared of x. Using the Pythagorean identity, we will recognize that 1 minus cosine squared of x is equal to sine squared of x. And then using the reciprocal identity, that 1 over sine squared of x is equal to cosecant squared of x, we get the result of 2 cosecant squared of x. Moving on to the next equation, we are asked to verify that the secant of u minus the tangent of u all times the cosecant of u plus 1 is equal to the cotangent of u. We will first start by distributing out. We'd have secant times cosecant, but secant is really 1 over cosine of u, and cosecant is 1 over sine of u. So we can write it as a product of 1 over cosine of u times 1 over sine u. Then we would add on secant u times 1, or just rewriting it as 1 over cosine of u. Next we multiply negative tangent u plus cosecant u, or a negative sine u over cosine u, times 1 over sine u. Finally, we have a negative tangent of u times 1, or a negative tangent of u, which we could actually have written in terms of sine and cosine, which is sine u over cosine u. We will recognize that the two sine u's cancel out, and we have positive 1 over cosine minus 1 over cosine u cancel to make 0, so we're left with 1 over cosine u times sine u minus sine u over cosine u. In order to subtract these two fractions, we would find a common denominator. We would recognize that it's sine u times cosine u, so in the second fraction we have to multiply numerator and denominator by the sine of u. Therefore, we'll get 1 minus sine squared of u all over cosine u sine u. Recognizing that 1 minus sine squared u is equal to cosine squared of u, and one of our cosines cancels with the numerator and top, leaving cosine over sine, which is indeed cotangent of u.